Hey guys, hello and good evening to all of you. Today it is Monday, March 28th, 2022, and this video will be the return of the weekly roundup podcasts. Recently, with my decision to sit down and film a mini series about the reverse retro jerseys for my viewer Donnell, and with my decision to also move my monthly update video from Facebook, like I usually do, upload on Facebook every month with the monthly update videos. The fact that I moved the monthly update video to YouTube here on YouTube rather than another video on Facebook like I usually do. I decided to take that video and basically make it a bit of a hybrid between a weekly roundup and my usual monthly update videos on my Facebook page. So that's why I did it the way that I did it, because I really wanted to at least start my first mini series for my viewer Donnell. And to you, Donnell, if you are watching, I do have more reverse retro videos in the works. Truth is, there is a blue whale and an elephant in the room when it comes to NHL uniforms that I do want to address before I work my way over to those videos to get them done for you. But as soon as those videos are completed, I do intend to get around to those. And I want to make sure that I get your videos made. I really appreciate your patience, but I also want to make sure I give you the best videos that I can produce. And I'm going to do my best to give you at least 2 or 3 videos that are hopefully worth your time and videos that you will enjoy watching. Actually, a mini reminder, the next monthly update video will be uploaded to Facebook. Now that I think about it, I might actually attempt to film the update video here on my iPhone and try uploading to Facebook through my phone rather than taking my old cell phone, recording the video, transferring it to my computer, and then waiting forever for it to hopefully upload. I'm not a fan of how long it takes to upload and process videos on Facebook. So truth is, that is why I have been a little bit on the fence about the future of the Facebook page. Like I right now, my plan is to keep it for the foreseeable future. But moving forward, I mean, unless I find a better way, like maybe next month I'll just try and upload it through my cell phone here. I find that Facebook uploading times take way too long. And I just think that, if Facebook could fix that, then I have no problem having a Facebook page for the foreseeable future, but beyond this calendar year 2022. But I don't know. Facebook, I find when it comes to uploading videos, it is a bit of a headache, but at the same time, that's coming from somebody who uses a laptop that's over 10 years old and a really old cell phone that I got over almost 6.5 years ago now. Back in 2014, or well, no, not 6.5. Holy crap. Wait, it's been that long since I've had my old Samsung phone? Jesus Christ, it's almost 7.5 years old. Oh my God, how time flies. Holy crap. Yeah, no wonder I have issues uploading to Facebook. I feel like an absolute idiot right now. God, no wonder I've been having issues. I mean, especially my old cell phone, it's such an old relic. It's basically an antique at this point. But It has a great, it is a great asset to have for me though. I use it as an extra alarm for when I have to go to work. And I find that when I have that alarm and, yeah, I'll use that. I'll keep that as a bit of a blooper for the video, but it's getting a little bit late as I'm filming this, or obviously I wouldn't be yawning. But yeah, so when it comes to Facebook, I mean, yeah, I guess having a phone that's getting closer and closer to 10 years old, yeah, the phone basically doesn't function very well anymore. It takes forever just to load an alarm, but it is such a great asset to have, so I can use it to program an extra alarm so that I don't miss my alarm. Or if I turn my iPhone alarm off and I fall back asleep, that alarm will go off and wake me up. So it's not completely useless, but when it comes to taking videos on it, yeah, it's seen better days. It used to be a much more functional phone, but I've noticed in the past year, even it doesn't function the same anymore, which probably also, that in my old computer probably explains why my Facebook update videos are such a pain in the ass to upload. It still records videos too, obviously, but it's slow. It just doesn't work the same anymore, and it is a really outdated piece of technology. I mean, this iPhone 10 that I'm using, 10R, it is 4 times bigger in terms of its memory. So, and when the day comes that I finally get myself a new telephone, probably in the next few months, that's probably when I'm going to get a new phone. That phone's probably going to be over 100 gigabytes of memory. So when it comes to me and my ability to produce videos, that should be a really nice asset moving forward. I got to update my video title for my Edmonton Oilers video that I uploaded, I believe, yesterday. And I apologize for the fact that it was uploaded already. You know what happened? It automatically was set by YouTube to be a private video, and I forgot to go and make it public. And I forgot about it, and then I had to work, and this past weekend was quite busy at my work for some reason. And also, on Saturday, I mean, it was busy and we were short-staffed, which did not help. Yeah, I wasn't really thinking about that. Then I saw it yesterday. I believe yesterday or it was when I uploaded it, or finally made it public, rather. And I'm just like, oh, shoot, I forgot to upload that, damn it. And then I looked, I'm like, wait, didn't I upload it? Then I clicked Manage Videos on the YouTube app. I'm like, wait a second. Yeah. I got to make that public. So I've rectified that. I just need to fix the title of that video, because the title of it as I'm filming this is just Oilers. Yeah, that's a great title. Just Oilers. I mean, yeah. I definitely need to go and fix that title. So I'll remember to do that after this video, which, yeah. Speaking of the Oilers, I must say, you know that they have a uniform problem when you are excited to see them wearing their awful third jerseys. I like the logo on the front. The inverted logo looks great, but the rest of the uniform just is a disaster. The two-tone monochrome crap just doesn't work for me. Or at least that design doesn't work for me. I mean, they got these two little skinny orange stripes on each arm, and they're so close together. Like, could they not have at least spaced them at the same spacing as the Maple Leafs jerseys? Like, I mean, what the hell? I mean, what the hell? It's just stupid. I mean, I actually think that they could have done something with this two-tone idea that was more, where if it was more like the Team North America World Cup jerseys from 2016, it actually probably would have been okay. But, you know, the fact that that I'm happy just to see the Oilers wearing that uniform at this point. That's definitely not good. I mean, I do think that the orange jersey overall is better than the navy blue jersey right now as a third in terms of the design. But the only reason I prefer their third jersey is just for the fact that at least when the Oilers wear it, they're wearing blue as their main color. I mean, it kills me to say that because, as much as even their current home jersey, it's not the worst jersey in the world. My problem with it is, number one, it's nowhere near as nice as the royal blue jersey that for some stupid reason the Oilers thought it was a good idea to replace it with, or to replace it back in 2017 with their current one. But the other thing too, it's not only the colors that I like better about the old uniforms, but another thing too, the Oilers are a blue team. They've never been a full-time orange team except for 2 seasons back in the 70s when they weren't even playing in the NHL. They were playing in the World Hockey Association. And another thing too, speaking of their current third jersey, I find that when I watch it on TV, the uniform looks black. It is so dark. And that's the issue I also have with their home jersey too, is that on the bright fluorescent orange jersey base, there's something about their current blue. I mean, back in the 2000s when the Oilers wore navy blue with the copper and red, and even their oil gear, Todd McFarlane designed third jersey, when you saw them on the ice, you knew they were navy blue. You could tell they were navy. But when I see these uniforms on the ice, they look black to me. They look black. And when the Oilers wear the navy blue on their home jersey, it looks like they're wearing an orange and black jersey. It's almost like they pulled it out of the Flyers wardrobe. It's not good. I mean, I think their orange jersey would be an okay third jersey. I could live with that uniform as an alternate jersey. I'm not kidding. I mean, I love the idea of the Oilers having an orange third jersey, or maybe even a navy blue third jersey if they go back to royal blue, which the rumor is they're going to be thankfully doing next season. But, to have a color that's not blue as their primary color right now is just not right. It's about as bad as the idea of the Toronto Maple Leafs not having a blue jersey, or having a jersey that's not blue. Wait a second. That just happened a week ago. Yeah, I'm not happy about that uniform. I'm happy for the people that like it. But that should not be a jersey that the Leafs wore. It should be a fashion jersey. Or if they wanted to do a design like that, it should have at the bare minimum been navy blue. I mean, even if it was navy blue, even though it wouldn't be my favorite, I would be able to accept it. I mean, why couldn't they have done like a deep sea Seattle Kraken blue? Like, it's such a dark, dark, dark navy blue. It's as dark as they can go. I mean, even if Toronto had to quietly brighten the shade of royal blue on a super dark navy blue jersey base just to make it work in the same vein that the black jersey they wore this past week was, with the royal on black, where maybe it's a slightly lighter royal blue on a super deep navy blue, I could have accepted that. Because, hey, at least it would have been a blue Leafs jersey. But to do black? I mean, it's just not right. It would be like the Montreal Canadiens. Toronto wearing black, in my opinion, is like the Montreal Canadiens skating out in green. It's like you're just adding a new shade or a new color in this game, or in this case, it's completely random. I'm completely against it. It's just not right. I mean, basically, Justin Bieber came along and they played color swap, and it looks like something that you would see on somebody's concept. It's just not. It's something that would be, you'd look at online and say, hey, wow, that's creative. That's something that even though you never want to see on the ice, you'd say, hey, wow, that's interesting and that's creative and that's an interesting take. It's not something that you want to see, at least I don't want to see in real life, but unfortunately, now the Leafs are going to wear that uniform every year now, at least for the foreseeable future. And you know what? I don't think that the Maple Leafs are just going to make this a one-game-a-year thing. I think there's going to be enough Leafs fans that are on board and really enjoy this jersey that they're going to wear it multiple times every season. I think they're probably going to end up wearing this uniform at least one more time this season. I mean, at least it's supposedly going to be rather sparingly used, but I don't know. I think that it's going to be popular enough that fans are going to want to see it more. And I kind of think that the Leafs are going to cave into that, which I'm not a fan of. You know, next thing you know, what? Are they going to wear a red jersey? Because, hey, I mean, why not? Yeah, I'm not impressed. I'm just not impressed. Speaking of not being impressed, the Carolina Hurricanes away design, the design of the uniform top to bottom actually looks pretty decent in my opinion. I like the simplicity, but that Canes word mark just stinks. You know, I don't know why they couldn't have at least put the third jersey logo on the front or even put their main crest on the front. I could have accepted that. You know, I would rather see their third jersey be their home jersey with their away jersey having the third jersey logo on the front instead of the Canes word mark than having 3 different jerseys with 3 different crests. It's like, or 3 different front designs because obviously the away jersey has a diagonal word mark instead of a logo. It's just... Yeah, unfortunately, the Hurricanes have given themselves a little bit of a jersey crisis or an identity crisis now. You know, what are they going to do next? Make a matching home jersey that says Carolina on or says Canes on the front, or Hurricanes or Carolina? I don't know. It's just the word mark on the front. Here's the thing. I think that for Carolina's away jersey, if the word mark was black instead of red, I actually believe that that uniform would probably look a whole lot better. It would have enough black to really balance out all that red. The red Canes word mark with the red storm squares inside the red C looks stupid. Where if that word mark was black with the 2 storm squares in the C on the Canes word mark, if the 2 storm squares inside a black lettered C were red, so red and black, they would contrast. It would look actually pretty decent. And for a nickname word mark jersey, it would probably actually look all right. And it would tie in with the rest of the uniform really well. Where the black would catch your eye while it's sitting on a really nice jersey base that's really heavy on red. And, you know, it's just stupid. It's just a design that, in my opinion, whoever designed it has no common sense. It's just one simple thing like that could really make all the difference, in my opinion. You know? And the sad part is, even if Carolina had their main logo on their away jersey, it would actually still look pretty decent. It's simple, it's traditional, and you can actually kind of see the storm squares on the waist now. I mean, they should be should be a prominent feature on their jersey, just like the Coyotes Kachina jerseys have the Kachina striping prominently on the jersey. Even though I watched Arizona get spanked 6-1 tonight, and even though I'm not a fan of the Oilers' third jersey, I'll say this. Something about the Kachina away jersey, the white Kachina Coyotes jersey, I like the dark green on white. I like the color balance, and the Kachina striping really looks good. It's unique, it's distinct, and it's that one special element that the Arizona Coyotes have that no one else has. And it actually is a unique feature that's unique for all the right reasons. It isn't some stupid idea like a nickname word mark on your away jersey that doesn't even stand out. Carolina. Ay, ay, ay. Or a feature that used to look great when it was prominently featured back when Carolina was a Stanley Cup winning team, which actually in recent years they've come pretty close to going all the way to the finals. They've actually made themselves a decent team again in recent years. So yeah, I hate that when teams have a unique idea that actually looked good when they used it, and now they have it still, but they don't feature it prominently. It's just dumb. I don't know. It's just like even the Tampa Bay Lightning, they used to be black and blue or blue and black with their old Reebok third jersey. And now they're just blue and white like Toronto. And there's new third jersey. I mean, I'll give them credit. At least it's their most original third jersey since the first Bolts blue jersey in the Reebok era. But it's just a mediocre design. The gradient effect on the sleeves is interesting, but it needs more. It needs some blue. It needs something. That uniform is completely void of blue. Like, where the hell did people get their thinking from when they were designing that? Like, could you not have at least maybe given us a little bit of a blue waist stripe or something? Just something there, or some blue trim around the logo, just something to brighten it up and add some of that main primary color. I mean, when the Toronto Maple Leafs have a black jersey that has more blue than Tampa Bay's third jersey, there's a problem. Ay, ay, ay. That's something I'm not a fan of. Also, something else that I think is really stupid, I don't think I've addressed it in a video yet, but the Dallas Stars had Adidas make made in Canada game ready replica, or sorry, not replicas, I lied. Game ready dark green star-shaped throwback jerseys for all the players to wear when Sergei Zubov's name and number were retired in Dallas recently. So for the warm-up, they wore Adidas Canadian-made Adi Zero throwback dark green jerseys, the star-shaped jersey that they won their Stanley Cup back in, I believe, was it 1999 or 2000? I can't remember, one of those years. Anyway, the point is, they went all the way and had that jersey produced for all the players to wear. Why could they not have been allowed to and gone all the way and just worn that uniform for that night? I mean, even I would have been a fan of seeing that. I think that would have been cool. And it would have really been a nice way for us to forget that stupid reverse retro idea they came out with last year in Dallas. What a joke. I mean, they had this gorgeous Winter Classic uniform, and I'm still choked that the Stars have not at least brought it out as a throwback jersey to wear a few times a year, or as a heritage uniform. I think that the Stars should do it. I like their new third jersey. I actually think it's a cool design. I like it. It's neat. It's unique. It's something new. And it doesn't suck. In my opinion, may not be yours. But they got a third jersey. Why can't they bring the Winter Classic design back for a couple of seasons? Even if they only wore it once or twice a season, I don't care. Just to see it for a few seasons. It deserves to come back. It deserves to come back. They should have that as a throwback for a while. Then after that, bring back the dark green star-shaped jersey as a throwback if the fans want it. Why not? I mean, I still think that even though I don't like their new logo, I do think that their current home away jerseys are the best jersey set that the Dallas Stars have had. And I've never been a lover of the star-shaped jerseys, for the record. I still don't. But if the Stars wanted to wear that occasionally, the star-shaped jersey, I would be okay with that. It's not, it was a neat design at the time. I mean, I never liked it, but a star-shaped jersey for a team called the Stars is definitely a great idea. It's a cool idea. I don't think it's an idea that should have become their full home away full-time look, but as an alternate jersey, or in this case, even as a heritage throwback, I mean, why not? I mean, the fact that the Stars did not wear that uniform for that retirement night for Sergei Zubov, why? It's wearing it, having Adidas make team issued, uh, Canadian ready to wear or Canadian made ready to wear jerseys for a warm up instead of wearing them for the whole game. Why? That's just dumb. It's lame. It's stupid. There are a lot of hockey fans that would pony up the money to buy one of those Adidas Replicentic prime green jerseys and pay an arm and a leg for it just to have that design in an Adidas. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that seem to think that if a replica is not Adidas, it's not worth getting. Like a lot of people, I hear it all the time. Oh, I got to get that in an Adidas. I'd love to see that in an Adidas. A lot of those people would pony up big bucks for those Dallas Stars jerseys. The dark green ones from the late 2000s. The star-shaped one. I mean, I think it would be an interesting idea. I mean, I'd love to see the Stars actually bring that back as a heritage uniform. I think that if fans want to see it and the Stars are willing to do it, I think that would be great to have on top of their current third jersey. Just to see, I wouldn't want to see it like 10 times a year, but to maybe see it 2 or 3 times a season, why not? Rather see that uniform come back than another reverse retro design, to be honest. But anyway, was there anything else I wanted to add at this point? I must say, I missed the gold numbers on the Blues home jersey. I saw the Canucks Blues game tonight, and, the white numbers are definitely bright, but I found that the gold numbers really tied in the uniform a lot better. And, and another thing too, I don't get the love that people have for the Blues' current home jersey. The navy on royal blue, in my opinion, I don't like that uniform at all. It's too dark. I always love seeing the Blues wear their 67 throwbacks because they're bright. They have a nice color balance. I just hate the insistence on the off-white instead of white on that uniform. But besides that, I love seeing that uniform because it's a bright blue St. Louis Blues uniform. It's not just another dark jersey. Even though their 2000s Reebok alternate was actually one of the nicest alternates I've seen. But yeah, anyway, with that, guys, I'm going to call it a wrap at this point. I hope that this video was worth your time if you listened and through it, and hopefully I'll have another video made in the coming days. There is something significant I do want to discuss. Happens to be Toronto's new third jersey. But anyway, hopefully I have time for that this week. If I don't, I don't. I'll do my best, but I'm not going to promise anything. But actually, yeah, maybe I'll talk a little bit more. Yeah, I was just getting ready to turn my TV on and watch something, but yesterday I could have sat down and filmed a video, but I needed to get groceries, and on top of that, I gotta admit, it was really nice to just go for a little drive on my own and just have a little bit of peace and quiet. I don't know, maybe it's because I work in retail, but and I had a very busy weekend, but it was just so nice to have a little bit of alone time, just me in my car, driving on an open road with nobody else around, not even a car in sight. Sometimes in my opinion, I think it's good for everybody to have a little bit of that alone time once in a while, whether it's going for a drive if you're old enough like me, or, going for a walk, or I don't know, even another example I have would be even just maybe, I don't know, sitting on your balcony and maybe in your apartment or in your backyard if you have one, or even just spending a bit of alone time in your room, just enjoying your hobbies or whatever. I think it's good to have a little bit of alone time sometimes. But yeah, I just find that sometimes it is really nice to just have a little bit of time just to get into your car or go for a walk or whatever and just have a little tiny bit of alone time sometimes. It's nice. It is nice. What else was I gonna say? Um, you know, I gotta have a bit of a mini rant. I've been going on for this long. I might as well spend a few more minutes talking about it. But if you're in a lineup and you're on your phone, I get it. If people are waiting in a lineup in a drive-through or waiting in a lineup at a place like, I don't know, McDonald's to order something. I use McDonald's because I know all my viewers have been to a McDonald's before. I don't know if all of my viewers have been to, say, a Tim Hortons, for example. Um, but yeah, my point is, if you're in a lineup and you're on your phone texting with somebody or you're checking out somebody's social media or your own for that matter, hey, that's fine and dandy with me, but pay attention once in a while. Look, use your peripheral vision and keep an eye on things. Today I was at a gas station just up the hill from my house, and you know, there was a lineup at the gas station. It was quite busy, and it's also my fault for going there at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Monday, especially being the first day back after all the kids were off where I live for spring break. And the woman in front of me was in her car waiting. Her head was down. She did look up for a second, then she was looking down, and I knew what she was doing. I knew she was on her phone. But anyway, there was a car in front of her, and there were two cars in the gas stalls, the gas pumps in front of us, because both her car and my car both have the gas tank on the driver's side, not the passenger side, eh? So we were waiting in line, and then the two cars that were filling up, the one car in front of her pulled out and drove away. It was 402. Then I thought to myself, okay, I see her head's down. She's gonna look up and see that the spot's open any second from now. I look at my phone again. It's 403. And I looked and I was like, wait a second, how long have I been waiting? And I was waiting like a good 15 minutes just to get to the pump after her. And I had already been waiting actually, no, it was more like 20 minutes for me to go from waiting in line to getting gas in my car. I waited, it was like, I looked at the time, it's like 4:02. I mean, I was in park, by the way, for the record. I wasn't driving and texting. And even though my car was on, and my car was literally in park. So it's not like I was, texting while driving. I guess I was texting while parked, even though my car was idling and on, obviously. Anyway, I looked at my clock, it was 4:03, and then it was 4:04, and I'm just like, I decided to give a quick little honk on my horn. I mean, I hate honking at people. I only do it as a last resort, but there were people in all the other gas pumps in the gas station, all these different cars just rushing in to take all the spots. And if I didn't honk at her, I swear somebody was going to come along, cut her off, and park right who has a gas tank on the passenger side of their vehicle, park in front of her and back in and steal the spot, making her and I have to wait even longer. So then she finally pulled up. And then thanks to her, the car in front of her was finally done. They pull out, and as soon as they pull out, a car coming in from the other side of the gas station quickly pulls into the spot just as I was about to go around this woman in her car. And it was just such a pain in the butt. And then I had to back my car up, and I had to wait, and then finally on the other side, I saw no cars were coming. There was a spot on the other side of the gas pumps where I'd have to turn around and back my way in, and I just decided, okay, screw this. I've been waiting here over 15 minutes now. It's more like 25 minutes or to a half an hour for me to get into line to wait for gas, to get my gas and get the hell out of there. But anyway, I finally went around and I drove into the gas stall around the corner from her, and it's just like, ay. It just, once again, guys, if you're going to be on your phone in a lineup, whether you're in a drive-thru or whatever, look up once in a while. And better yet, look at your phone when you're not in a position where other people are waiting on you. And you know what? If somebody's talking to you, that's another thing. Sorry for going on a bit of a rant here about cell phones, but another thing I don't like is when you're talking to somebody while they're glued to their phone and they're just like, yeah, I mean, I don't know about you, but I find that's a little bit rude. I just don't like that. I feel like you just don't want to talk to me when you're doing that. Even sometimes when I'm on breaks at my work and I just want to do nothing but read something on Discord or read a news article or whatever, and somebody's talking to me and they want to chat me up a little bit, I at least have the decency to put my phone down. Or if I got headphones in, I at least put my video on pause and I pull my earplugs out and I talk to them and at least acknowledge them. Truth is, sometimes there's times where I just want to listen to something and maybe I've had, a big rush of customers at my work or whatever. I work in retail, by the way, but, I at least take a moment to acknowledge whoever's talking to me. I hate that when somebody's glued to their phone and you're asking them something, they're like, oh, yeah, and you're talking to them, and then, once I see that they're glued to their phone, I'm just like, okay, to myself in my mind, I'm like, okay, clearly you really can't be bothered with me. I'm just going to go. It's just, I don't know. It's just, people and their phones drive me crazy. I just think that too many people are too addicted to their phones now. I mean, it's been like that for, the past 10 plus years now, but it's really, really bad now that these cell phones are more like handheld computers at this point. But anyway, that's it for my rant for the week. To those of you on Discord, I'm not sure what I'm going to do for a concept upload. I'm not going to be uploading anything tonight. It's getting late. It's like 1:30 in the morning as I'm filming this. And I'll probably have to wait another day. But yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah, I'll try to find something to upload between now and Sunday. But with that, guys, I've been talking for almost 38 minutes. I should call it a wrap at this point. If you have any comments, feel free to comment down below. And by the way, Sean, I completely agree with you. The Leafs should bring back that 60s white throwback. It's so much better than their current away. And to you, the Weed Seat 96, I completely agree with you. The Oilers should have never switched away from royal blue. And I agree with you on the other thing you said too recently on a comment that the New Jersey Devils definitely need to go back to their Reebok uniforms. And I agree with you on that too. Why did they get rid of them? Why did they tinker around with their home and away jerseys just to make the sleeve stripes thicker and to remove the waist striping? It was dumb. I mean, if you're going to change the design, whatever, it's going to suck anyway. But to just tinker with it just for that? I wish they would have never bothered. And their old uniforms were the best uniforms that team's ever had and some of the nicest in the NHL. For sure. I completely agree with you, Steve. It's just, what a joke. What a joke. Stupid New Jersey Devils. That choice was, and the sad part is, their new third jersey is even worse than their home and away jerseys. It makes their home and away jerseys actually look kind of decent. God, it kills me to say that. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to address that too. So this is now finally going to be the end of the video. So with that, have a good week, guys. Take care. And as always, bye for now. And next month's monthly update video will be back on the Facebook page. All right, guys, take care. That's all for now.